Learning to draw the head is challenging enough even for the most seasoned of artists, and it's made even more difficult when we need to draw it from a specific position. Usually stock images or a mirror can help us out here, but even then there are limitations, so short of setting up our own live model under perfect lighting conditions, what can we do? Well, enter Head Model Studio to help us out. With this app, artists, both beginner and professional, will have access to a library of different 3D head models that allow for control over its position and lighting conditions. For those wanting something traditionally academic, there are 3 well-known models available. The first model is based off the Loomis Technique and comes in both simplified and complex head renderings. The beauty of this model is that it allows for facial customization. Most of the time, the default settings are fine, but if you want to play around with the proportions and structure of the model, the option exists to make those changes. The other 2 academic heads are based off the Riley drawing method, as well as the traditional Asaro head. These models don't have the same facial customization like the Loomis head, but they do have simplified and detailed models to draw from. The other set of models available are anatomical ones. We've got a series of skulls with varying degrees of bone and muscular detail being shown. You can't unfortunately turn specific muscles on or off like you can in some anatomy apps, but it's still a good selection to work from. Following on from this are a series of 3D head scans. These are highly detailed and great if you're struggling to find that specific stock image for reference. The only downside is that at the time of this recording, there are only female heads available. The app does do regular updates with new content every few months, so hopefully male busts can be added in the future. The last set of models are based off some classical statues. These are wonderfully detailed and very realistic, so great to practice from. They are never, of course, going to replace drawing from real statues, but it's the next best thing and a welcome addition to this library. Now, if you're wanting to focus on a specific facial feature, there are models specifically for that purpose. The ears in particular have a wide variety of shapes to practice from. It's unfortunate, however, that the other facial features don't have as many options. There's enough drawing reference here, but there isn't as big a variety. With your model now selected and its positioning set, it's time to adjust the lighting. Here you're given the option to change not just the environmental lights, but add up to 3 spotlights. You can change the intensity and color of each, as well as view their boundary lines. You've also got the option to have the lights following the position of the model or be locked off entirely. For beginners who are looking for a little bit more guidance, there's a great little practice option for you to draw along with. You're given essentially a drawing course to complete that starts with very simplified shapes first and gradually works up to more detailed and challenging heads. Each level allows you to turn on and off the proportional and perspective guides, as well as gives you a useful sketch to compare your work to. So are there any drawbacks? Well, probably the biggest drawback is simply how to export the head into an image. There is no clear icon to create a PNG, JPEG or equivalent file. Instead, you have to take a screen grab of your tablet in order to generate a transparent PNG. The big problem is the PNG file doesn't always render correctly, and whilst you do have the screen grab to work from, there are no options available in the app to change the color of the background, meaning your head is always stuck on a dark grey environment. This isn't a huge deal breaker, but it is an annoying function that hopefully can be updated in the future. Outside of that though, if you're looking for an aid to help you with the drawing of the head, then Head Model Studio is something that you will find value in, and it's available on both iPad and Android.